Welcome to episode number 23 of me controlling WWF in Total Extreme Wrestling 2020. It's June 2001, at the beginning of the invasion. So I got Smackdown for the third week of June. King of the Ring is going to be happening in the fourth week on Sunday on the fourth in the fourth week. So basically, we're getting to the go home week of the King of the Ring. So let's run the show and let's see how things go. In a pre-show bout that had a decent reaction from the crowd, but terrible wrestling, Haku defeated Ice Train by submission with the Tongan Death Grip. This got 40. In a pre-show bout that had a decent reaction from the crowd, but terrible wrestling, Crash Holly defeated Adam Windsor by pinfall with an Irish Goanna. This got 39. So we open and we see Chris Jericho in the crowd, in the front row, basically watching the show. And this gets a 65. In a bout that had good heat and decent wrestling, Buff Bagwell defeated Farouk by pinfall with the Yellow Jacket suplex. So Buff Bagwell advances to the semifinals along with Jerry Lynn, Triple H, and Kurt Angle. And this got a 62. A music video shown promote Diamond Dallas Page. This got a 65. In a bout that had fantastic heat and great wrestling, Diamond Dallas Page defeated the Big Show by pinfall with the Diamond Cutter. Big Show was off his game, but they had good chemistry. And they deserve better announcing, and this got a 61. So we see Vince McMahon sitting. He's sitting on his couch in his office, rubbing his neck. Still hurts from the power bomb from Mike Awesome when Mike Awesome turned him down. Then the door opens and Stone Cold Steve Austin walks in because he can walk into Vince's office whenever. And and Steve goes, Vince, how you feeling? And Vince goes, my neck still hurts like hell after that awesome bomb. How about you? And Stone Cold Steve Austin goes, well, I think I found a solution to your problem. Do you still want to take a wrestler away from your son Shane McMahon in WCW? And Vince goes, well, yeah, but how do we know this guy will respond differently? And Steve Austin goes, well, I found one who wants to join us. Come in. And David Flair walks into the office. And Stone Cold goes, Vince, meet the son of Ric Flair, David Flair. If there's anyone in wrestling who hates the nature boy, Ric Flair, as much as you do, that man is David Flair. And Vince goes, well, that is something I understand, but I don't understand. What makes David want to join our side? Ric Flair is not even involved in this in any way. And David Flair then chimes in. He goes, he's not involved yet because he is sitting out a contract he got when WCW started talks with being sold. I do know when that contract runs out, he will join Shane's side in WCW, and that is not a WCW I want to be part of. If I stick around there, I won't get any opportunities because they will go to my father when his current contract is up. And Vince thinks about it and he goes, okay, but Stone Cold has a match tonight, so go with him and Triple H and get ready. Basically, Stone Cold is going to be watching over David Flair. So Stone Cold and David Flair leave as Vince sits down, continuing to rub his neck. And Vince goes, when he's alone, maybe we can trust him. So, yeah, basically, David Flair wants to join the WWF and join forces with Stone Cold and Triple H and Vince McMahon. The performance of Steve Austin was fantastic. David Flair looked dreadful. Vince McMahon improvised well. Austin was superb working without a script. He had the crowd in the palm of his hand the entire time. David Flair clearly enjoyed having the freedom to go off script and perform well. Steve Austin benefited from having a hot catchphrase, and this angle got the crowd hotter, and this got a 64. So Ernest Miller comes to the ring. This did not do that well, but I think also this is his debut. Ernest Miller comes to the ring with a microphone, and Ernest goes, for those of you who are uneducated, my name is Ernest Miller, and I used to wrestle in WCW. I just signed a contract offered to me by Shane McMahon to wrestle on behalf of WCW once again. I can take out anybody because I am a real life martial artist. So if any WWF guy wants to try their luck by taking me on in this ring, come on down and let me show you how dangerous I truly am. This guy 32, Ernest Miller's getting better as gimmick. Hopefully that's the last low score. Wow. In a bout that had great heat and decent wrestling, Chris Jericho defeated Ernest Miller by submission with the Lion Tamer. This guy's 71, and this got the crowd hotter. So DDP and Shane McMahon are backstage. They attack Edge and Christian, and this only got a 49. A music video shown promote Booker T. This guy's 71. In a bout that had fantastic heat and great wrestling, Booker T defeated Kurt Angle by pinfall with a missile dropkick, and this got a 64. Sean Stasiak attacks Al Snow backstage, leaving him down and out. This got a 27. A music video shown promote Chris Benoit. This got a 69. In a bout that had fantastic heat and great wrestling, The Undertaker defeated William Regal by pinfall with a chokeslam. This guy 65. Basically, it's just saying the match deserved better announcing. That's been like for the last couple. Is Michael Cole and Taz really not doing that good of a job? So William Regal's in the ring after his defeat. Chyna runs in and attacks Regal. And this got a 44. The announcers put over the fact that tonight's main event on SmackDown, the two-man trip will take on the Hardy Boys, and this got 74. In a bout that had fantastic heat and great wrestling, the two-man power trip defeated the Hardy Boys when Steve Austin pinned Matt Hardy. In terms of in-ring work, Steve Austin was head and shoulders above everyone else. Hardy showed excellent chemistry teaming together. Triple H and Stephanie McMahon have great chemistry. Jeff Hardy and Lita have great chemistry, and this got a 66. So what was the final grade for SmackDown? A 68, and it lost popularity in 32 regions. Wow. I thought, well, what really happened was, what really had to happen was the Al Snow Sean Stasiak rivalry that I'm trying to turn into something. And then that other one that Ernest Miller's what is it? Debut. That didn't. Those are the two things that dragged the show down. But still, 68, especially for SmackDown, that's not bad. And all I got were drug test fees. So I don't know if I went over this. So yeah. If I didn't go over it on Sunday Night Heat, Big Show and Taka Michinoku were fined for missing meetings with road agents. Nothing happened from it. Randy Orton showed up hungover and got fined. Orton was annoyed. I should have suspended him. Deborah was given a stern warning about her behavior. Nothing happened. And the whole reason to explain that David Flair segment, Stone Cold Steve Austin has taken David Flair under his wing as a protege. So between that, this is how the King of the Ring is looking. Triple H and Kurt Angle will meet in the semifinals. Buff Bagwell and Jerry Lynn will also meet in the semifinals. Then the two winners will meet in the co-main event before the WWF Championship match between Steve Austin and The Undertaker. You're probably seeing these matches. I had an idea. Take the top 6 wrestlers or teams, like Stone Cold and Triple H, their team, so a permanent tag team match, and basically decide their opponents by who I want to use, but make sure no one that should be exclusive to Sunday Night Heat is used. Basically to put the best matches on possible. And you saw all the matches got 60s or 70s. So, yeah, so So I mean, I definitely got something to do with the matches. But I have, but it's just something is bugging me about. Let's see. It was in the southeast. What is the company's popularity in the southeast? I know I can find it here. Size. There we go. In the southeast, we have a 74. That's why it lost popularity in regions because all the popular. Well, if you see every company, every region in the United States, my popularity is above 68, so it dragged it down. Um, Same thing in Canada. Would have been proven in Mexico, but I don't think SmackDown aired there. Yeah, so that's why. While 68's not bad, and it definitely kept the networks happy, it's my popularity is already higher than that, so that's why it was looked at like a failure. Um, so yeah, so I'm gonna off screen. I'm gonna basically finish promoting for the King of the Ring. I don't have too many more matches to promote that I am not already promoting. Also, I'm trying. I want to keep the WCW guys strong. So like the whole reason. I don't think I booked Buff Bagwell to win the King of the Ring. I think I wanted that to be random because I'm gonna pick the King of the Ring winner out of these final four: Triple H, Kurt Angle, Buff Bagwell, and Jerry Lynn. But like the Booker T, Kurt Angle, and Diamond Dallas Page defeating the Big Show. I requested Booker T and DDP to win those matches. I did try to get Ernest Miller to win, but Jericho did not want to put him over. Jericho was furious, so I said, "Fine. At least in not counting the King of the Ring match, it's two wins for WCW, one win for WWF. Counting the King of the Ring quarterfinal match, it was three wins for WWF, for WCW, one win. And that's one thing I want to do is try to keep WCW as strong as possible so they look like an actual threat. Um, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Um, and until next time, good night, everyone.